Hi Taurus, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive. Thank you so much for being here. I am here to do your read for the month of March 2019, okay? And this will be for all Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs. And I have placed my complimentary link in my description box. This is of a website that you can click and plug in your data, and it will pop out your birth chart, and then you can check those other videos out and see how they resonate for you with those other signs, okay? Because this will be for all Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs, okay? We're going to see what wants to come up, okay? Now take what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, then leave it for another Taurus, okay? All right, so this will, I also want to let you know that and if you're looking for a personal read, go to theguidedintuitive.com and we'll get you hooked up over there as well, okay? If you're interested in a Facebook page, in terms of a group to be involved with on your journey, check out our Facebook page at The Guided Intuitive. You can click the button there that says Visit Group, and then it'll slide you right on in, okay? Just go through that process there, and it'll help you there, okay? Please continue your likes, your subscribes, and shares. I do certainly appreciate it, and I do read your comments, and you know that I do. Okay, so let's see here, Taurus. Let's see. What I'm going to do is go ahead and cut the deck and see what wants to come up. Now, this is a general read for this month of March 2019. Let's see what wants to come up. Let's see what wants to bubble up to the surface, okay? How convenient. There's no coincidences here, okay? Not on this channel. All right, so what this is saying is, as I move the camera down, I'm gonna put it down to the board so you can actually see the cards, okay? So what this is saying is that, that something is coming up to the surface, okay? And it is something that maybe you perhaps had tried to hide of some sort. But this is saying, you see their faces, and to me what this almost says is like, accept things at face value. Now this could be a relationship, this could be a situation, this could be whatever's brought you to my channel, it could be even a business venture or career. But this is saying accept someone or situation at face value, because it's coming up here. There is underlying motivation that surfaces, okay? When this is about, being stable, that stability allows creativity to flourish, okay? So it's almost as if that there is a return to calm after a temporary upheaval, okay? Now, we all know that even below the surface, a lot of us, our underlying, our inner self sometimes can be a little messy, right? So what this is telling me is that just judge someone or a situation based on their actions and the beauty that they bring into the world, because there is some sort of gold heart that is underneath. It's like beneath some sort of tough exterior. So don't dismiss pleasantries, okay? They grow strong foundations. But do be wary of any sort of cynicism, okay? Because what this wants to let you know is that it's almost as if that it's like you mine the treasures of your soul. Now, this could be you, or could be the situation, or just your intuition, whatever your soul is trying to tell you. It wants you to do some data mining of that. It wants you to go in and kind of take a look at those treasures that are inside your soul, okay? But it's also saying is to let your true self surface, okay? Let the, if it's a situation, let that situation surface as well, okay? And so like that Earth's rocky surface was formed by the cooling of the lava billions of years ago, but beneath the dirt, the plants, and the ocean that covered the Earth, there is that hard layer of rock. And this surface layer is made up of these large plates that shift, and then they collide and they form mountains, then they form continents even. But it's that hot dark beneath the surface, that some life exists, okay? But it is only on the surface that life thrives, okay? So the rock hard surface is that thinner layer of that earth, and this is just basically saying is that pressure builds beneath that surface, and it actually releases, and it causes quakes, and it causes, you know, different types of eruptions, like the volcano eruptions and stuff like that. But when this happens, we get a glimpse of what lies beneath of what is so stable here on this earth, on the stability in which life truly flourishes, okay? So it's like we have to dive into beneath the surface to find the gold we have in us, and also the treasures and all those other beautiful gems, right? You know, it's just like, you know, like the rock, right? It's like these beautiful gems. We have to sometimes go beneath the surface before we actually find the gold. But do those treasures, keep in mind, those treasures, you know, do they really compare to the colorful splendor and diversity of life on the surface? So this is saying is that really celebrate life on the surface but also don't be afraid to let things kind of come to the top, okay? And if you've got something that's building in you that just kind of surfaces, just know that that happens once in a while. You know, we have to let, you know, that surface to really find the gold in those other gems, because those are treasures. Those are treasures of beautiful splendor, okay? So keep that in mind. That's going to happen once in a while, that we're going to, you know, kind of go through that. But this really wants you to know is that just accept someone at face value, and really that there might be a gold heart under some sort of tough exterior, and that person might be you, okay? So there you go. That's just to start, all right? Let's see what else wants to come up on that, okay? The next card that we get is listen. Well, that is perfect, okay? Very, very perfect. So this wants you to definitely listen. There's no doubt about it. And it's also talking about listening to your third eye, because it really comes out with a lot of that coloring in here. Perception, listening. And listening is not just in the words someone may say, but also in the, you know, kind of like the, I don't want to say, it's like, listen beyond that. You know, listen to not the tone that can sometimes cloud what someone's trying to say. Listen to what's being said and listen attentively. So it's coming into play because either you or someone else people can talk. It's like sometimes you can we can talk yourself into circles but remain unheard. And other times we can remain heard without uttering a word. So it's like the understanding falls on the listener. Okay, so just, you know, maybe you need to lend an ear to a particular person at this time, a particular situation. Maybe that's lending an ear to your inner self. But love, care, and consideration are expressed by an attentive ear. And I think that's what's really in a welcoming heart. And so save your voice. This is the thing that you will learn more by listening, and that there's truth that needs to be heard. Okay. So perhaps at this particular time, you know, what this is saying, Taurus, is that listen more, you will learn more. Okay. And the universe loves you, and its message is humming, and it's pulsating, and it's vibrating through all of creation, and it's waiting to be received. So extend your senses and awaken to the message of the universe, because the universe has something to teach you. Now, this could be you, this could be a situation in a relationship, it could be whatever that is, could be a work relationship, but it's saying, that's basically what it's saying. So we have the capacity to be to hear and being heard can be a challenge, right? Sometimes if the tone, the pitch in the words just are just sounds in an empty space until the moment, boom, that they are heard, right? So someone can say something time and time again to you, but until you really listen, it's not going to register. Okay. It's like when they say when a tree falls in the forest and no one is there, does it make a sound? Well, if it doesn't, You know, if it doesn't make a sound, it means like the first billion years or the first 4 billion years or so on Earth happened in silence. And that's how long it took for a sound to be perceived. That the sight, the taste, the touch, and the scent are already well developed before the very earliest ears were even formed. So this is quite interesting. What mainly it wants just to let you know is to listen, and really in whatever situation, listen to that other person, listen to yourself, that type of thing, because that's going to be important. It's going to be important for your revolution moving forward, okay? Because there's something inside you that wants to be heard and expressed. And it's coming out in terms of a revolution. Something that was just hidden, maybe there's something that you've left that has been hidden for you that needs to come out. And this is an own special talent of yourself. It could be a new way of approaching a relationship, a new career that you're stepping into, or a new business that you're getting into. And this is saying is that you've got the willpower to make it happen. It's like the sun is in your hands, right? The sun is about, you know, your will, your willpower, your self-esteem, pleasure, what you're passionate about, and your personal responsibility. And it's really focused on that yellow, which is about your solar plexus. You've got the sun and the vibrancy to be able to move forward with this on whatever that is. So this is saying is that there is a revolution that is taking place, and not to be compared by others, and not to compare yourself to others, because you're so unique, you're ingenious, okay? And it's not ever too late to start your own revolution. I do want to point that out, because now I think that you're getting some awareness that things are coming to the surface, and you're listening and you're thinking, I need to make a change. I need to go into what I want to do, or we need to make a change because this came about. We've got to now approach the situation this way, and it's going to take some time, which there's no time frame on this, right? There's no path to follow. There's no wrong way of doing this. But this is saying is that without periods of rest, planning, and nurturing, there's not going to be a harvest or a revolution or a change that needs to take place, okay? Because she's got harvest in her hand, okay? And she wants harvest, okay? But that's going to come with some rest, planning, planting, and nurturing, okay? Just like the seasons in life, they go through that cycle of death and rebirth. This is, you are going through something is surfacing. You're now listening to the inner realms and what's being said, and then this is also creating that revolution. Okay, so don't compare yourselves with others on your journey, because your markers are going to be completely different from anyone else's. Okay, they really are, and they really will be. Your achievements are going to be different than that of another. And if you pay attention to another and not focus on you, you might miss the signs that your season has come. This is your season, okay? It's your season is now here, okay? So really listen and really see what wants to come to the surface for you. It has to do with your heart and also your foundation, okay? And you'll be able to use that third eye and then also use it here for greater revolution too, because there's third eye in here as well as, you know, a little bit of, even in the heart, the fourth chakra, talking about self-love and loving what you do in terms of this revolution here, okay? All right, and the next card that we get is space. So this is stepping back and taking a look at something. Sometimes you need to step back and take a look at the whole picture before you can move forward, because there's something that is hidden that needs a little bit more time, and you need that time to go within. So you need some space for that to make it happen, okay? This is about your foundation, and this is also about your creative and your sexual energy, as well as your self-esteem and your personal responsibility and your willpower. These colors come up really, really strong, and you're using the perception of your third eye as well as your crown chakra up here for the light. So it's going to take, you're going to get that enlightenment, but it's going to be about taking some space away, and space and time for yourself, so you can reflect on what is really, really happening. So that's going to be very, very key for you in terms of your revolution and moving forward. Okay. So that's what kind of comes up here. And you know what? It's like when you do this, when you look at things from the surface and you listen, it's going to lead, of course, to that revolution, and your revolution is going to bring you to this wonderful opportunity to choose your destiny and let others choose theirs, right? And space is also about not comparing yourself with others. Take your own space, make your space your own, all right? Make it your own, and have that fire and push for the results. And and when you do that, I guess I want to say is when you do push for results, sometimes that it makes things not happen for you. So what you want to do is create that space so you can get what you want in the long term. Okay, and if pulling back, being respectful for yourself, being respectful of the situation if it's with someone else, and that way that you can have co-create with the universe and to really make it happen. Okay, so it empowers you. It creates boundaries. It creates individuality, and space gives you freedom. Respect your gifts regarding your space. Because it's going to honor you, but it's all going to honor all creation that you actually become involved with too. Okay, so make sure you ask for your space and make sure you give the space, whether it's in a relationship or whatever that case may be. Okay, what's going to help you in this process? Okay, you're creating your own revolution, guys. It could be up-leveling in a relationship. It could be creating your own destiny in terms of a business. It could be taking some space and time because you've maybe got some opportunities in your career side of things. Whatever the situation that brought you to my channel, what's going to help you in this process? Confidence. Nice. Okay, and this is nice because this is all the colors that you see are the solar plexus and the foundation, and that is about your self-confidence and also your self-esteem and your personal power. So have confidence as you move forward. Your space is going to give you the confidence that you need as well. Okay, and it's about loving yourself, too, in the process. So that's really beautiful. So I think this is really, really great. You've got the blue and you've got also the violet. So what I almost see here is the light blue. This is about your throat chakra and your crown chakra. So I suggest that you do some sort of, and then of course your solar plexus is your confidence, but the colors here that are intertwining, that kind of are, intertwined like DNA within each other. This is this color here is more of the violet, which is your crown chakra, which is your state of higher consciousness and divine connection. And then you've got the light blue, which is the ability to speak and communicate clearly and effectively. I think you're going to get this once you listen more, because you've got more power and you've got more understanding. And then it's going to allow you to move forward on whatever your revolution is. And your revolution could be something, could be a business, it could be whatever, but that space is going to really, really help you bring this to fruition, okay? What else wants to come out for you as it relates to this process? What else do you get? Gratitude. Oh, that's so very beautiful. So gratitude obviously is going to be very, very key. And in this, just obviously be thankful. Be very, very thankful. Just really be thankful for all the wonderful things that you currently have and not on what you don't have. I think that's very, very key, because it's almost as if that that feeling gratitude, and I think I've mentioned this within someone, I think I mentioned this in another read, and it's all about like expressing. It's almost like what is it? It's like the feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Okay, so it's really, really important in terms of gratitude to really focus in on that and to really hone in on what you are grateful for, so more abundance can actually come through for you. That's going to be super key. That's what it wants you to do, and that's what I think it's just is trying to kind of say, hey, it's such a beautiful word, and there's so much to be thankful for, and we don't realize how much that we have in life that we could really be so incredibly thankful for, right? So just reflect upon your present blessings. Every person has plenty, and not on your past misfortunes. What is it? Was it Charles Dickens wrote something like that too? Interesting. Something about reflect upon your present blessings. of which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortune, of which all men have some. So I guess it's kind of something like that. So it's going to be the foundation for all your abundance is about to acknowledge the good that you already have in life. All right. And then what other card needs to help you? Your intuition. Yes. Okay. So that's going to be really important. Your intuition is that mystery within you, your silent voice inside you that wants to speak to you. And it is only by going and taking that space that's going to come and going to help you in your situation here, especially as things surface over here. Because you see that's really strongly coming through. It's going to help you with your revolution because it's going to give you the information that you need in terms of moving forward. So the intuition is going to be incredibly key for you within this process. So make sure that you definitely heed your intuition in this process, because that's going to be something that's going to want to help you go through this process with a little bit more ease. You will never follow your own inner voice until you clear up the doubts in your mind. So just those are some things to keep in mind. And those are, you know, just kind of really focus on clearing any doubts of your mind by taking the space that you need in terms of the process. So use your intuition, guys, and that's going to allow you to have a lot more confidence. So I hope that resonates with you in some way, shape, or form. I look forward to seeing you in the month of April. And until then, namaste.